Hey guys, my name is Umanua,
And I'm Victory.
and you're welcome to Unscripted
Unscripted
Perspectives.
perspectives. Yeah.
So the podcast is basically about our perspectives on basically every matter, right? From religion to football to music to
Family.
outfits to fashion, everything.
Yeah.
But then today's episode is going to be an introduction to the podcast.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about perspectives and everything we can think of about perspectives concerning perspective in itself.
Yeah.
So
Basically,
yeah,
I'm going to be starting with what is perspective. So I
what do
would.
you think perspective
Okay,
is?
what do I think perspective is? It put simply, perspective is my point of view concerning a particular thing or an happening. You understand how I see that thing. You understand my view about that thing.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah. Sure.
So yeah, I agree with him. I think perspective as well is how we view things,
Yeah.
right? How we see events, our attitude towards events that happen to us and around us.
Around us. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. So do we think perspectives are our perspectives are determined by other people's perspectives?
To a large extent, yes. Why I said so is because human beings are social beings. You understand?
Yeah.
And so we tend to interact with people in order to survive. You get, yeah. You cannot survive without interacting with people. And so whether consciously or subconsciously, there is a remains of people on you. You understand? So most times we don't even know these things. You understand? It's just left on us, and then we start showing what we've gathered from people in the past. So I would say yes, perspective can be gotten from people. You understand? If that's the question, right?
What I asked was if our perspectives are determined by other people's perspectives.
Yes.
But like, yes,
Yes. It's
well,
still.
yeah, technically, yes, you're right. I agree with you. Our perspectives, to a very large extent, right, is really dependent on other people's perspective. But I don't think it's just that. It's just that. I feel like other people's perspectives, form the basis to our own perspectives.
Okay.
Our perspectives, to me, is a combination of other people's perspectives, facts, our experiences, and our own perspectives,
Yeah.
right?
But can you?
Because I wouldn't say it is entirely, I wouldn't say our perspectives is entirely other people's perspectives to a very large
No, no,
extent,
no. It's
right?
it can be the
Because
combination
no,
of.
that's what I'm saying now. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying. I feel like it's just I like true that it is a combination of
It's
the
a
whole thing,
combination of, yeah,
right? But I would say other people's perspectives play
a big
I
role.
wouldn't say a big role, right? Because take
Yeah.
for instance how we see light, how we perceive light is not dependent on anybody's perspective. These are facts. Some things are fact.
Okay. Yeah.
Our
Yeah.
the day to day, minute dynamics is
Yeah.
really dependent on facts. Things are not dependent on anybody's perspective. There are
Yeah.
things that are laws by the universe, so to
I
say.
feel you.
So yeah.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, even after gathering people's perspective, you still have to agree on what you think that particular thing
Yes, yeah,
is.
yeah,
You
yeah.
understand?
That's how we get our own
Yeah,
perspectives.
that's
That's
how
how
we
we
get our
formulate our own perspectives.
exactly, exactly. Okay, so now that we've built a foundation, I'd love to ask, do you really think the world cares about what you think?
The world in grand scheme of things, no.
Uh,
The world in itself, no.
okay.
Our family members and our loved ones, our
Do you
relatives and
think
all
do
that
you think
shit.
your family member cares about what you think?
Yes, it
Okay.
would it would be unhealthy, right? It would be only a dysfunctional family would
Okay.
not care about what you think.
Okay. So primarily family.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
only people that care about your perspective are your family members now. Except you're like a professional. Except you're a professional, then
Even
you're
as a professional guy.
no, if you're a professional, right, then maybe customers, colleagues, subordinates, superiors, all this, they could care about your perspectives.
Mm.
But like on our in our day-to-day life, right,
Yeah.
outside of work, the only people that really care about what you have to say is
Mm.
family members.
And
Because if you're walking on the road, right, if you're walking on the road and you see some random person and you're just trying to tell them something, like imagine like how
you
I
you wouldn't just walk up to somebody random and tell them, like,
that
okay, let's
goes
say
that
let,
that's
let's
what I'm
say
saying.
let's
That's what
say
I'm
there's a
saying.
discussion, like let's say there's a discussion in a soccer hall.
Mm.
You understand? And you have your idea. I have my idea. You understand?
That's the worst place to try to show your perspective.
Yeah, but you have to show it now at the end of the day.
But they don't care. That's the point. They don't care about it.
They don't care about it, but would you?
They will listen to you talk and they will give you theirs, but they won't care about theirs. I wouldn't care about theirs as well.
Okay, so at the end of it, so what you're saying is that nobody actually care about.
In the grand scheme of things, nobody really cares. Nobody cares about your perspectives. Nobody cares about how we say things. Nobody cares about how we perspectives.
So why do people still give their perspectives on things?
Because we can, and then it is because we can. Really is because we can, and sometimes it really is in the hope that we can change somebody's mind. And you know, sometimes we just share them because we have to share them. We share some things because we have to share them.
Like the gospel.
No, we don't share the gospel because we have to share the gospel.
We have to share the gospel.
We share the gospel because it is good to share the gospel.
No, you share the gospel because
I don't have to share the gospel.
Commanded to.
My guy, I know they share gospel because I was commanded to. I don't share. That's why I share the gospel.
It was a commandment, guy. You have to. Like if you.
What commandments? What commandments?
Jesus commanded.
It's not a part of the 10 commandments, is it?
It's not part of the 10 commandments.
What did Jesus say? What did he say?
It's not a law.
Can you quote what Jesus said?
He said, go ye into the world and preach the gospel to all creatures. You haven't read that scripture, Matthew 28.
It's not a commandment. Do you know why I say? Do you know why I say it's not a command?
It's a what?
Because Jesus is not commanding anybody to do anything. He told you.
He didn't say please.
Just telling you to do something is not a command. Yes, free will. If he's commanding us to do something, then there's no free will in it.
But there's a gift attached to people that preaches the gospel.
What gift is that?
There's a crown rather to people that preaches the gospel.
What crown is that? What crown is that?
Their crowns. I know their crowns attached to people that preach the gospel.
How do you know that their crowns?
There is in the Bible. Later I'll dig it out, sharp.
So okay, see it here. Is that not the whole point of what we are doing here?
I can't figure out the scripture, but there are different crowns in the Bible.
Crowns as how?
Crowns for soul winners. There are crowns for the righteous. There are crowns for the meek. Stuff like that.
So what you're saying is that one person. So what you're saying now is that what you're saying is that one person can accumulate like 10 crowns.
As much as the scripture.
So one person will be king for like 7 times.
That's not the point, bro.
One person will be like king for like 7 times.
That's not the point.
So what's the point?
The point is, if I have, you said that we can give our perspective because we can.
Yeah, we give our perspectives. We can.
Yeah, so I'm telling you that we are preaching the gospel because we are commanded to. We have to. Yeah, that's what brother said. We have to.
We have to preach the gospel. I wouldn't say we have to.
It
would be good. It would be better to preach the gospel, but I don't think everybody has to preach the gospel. You know, I say not everybody has to preach the gospel.
Why?
Not everybody preaches the gospel. Not everybody can preach the gospel. Some people are practically.
Not everybody can preach the gospel, but you can support preaching the gospel, and that's something. The Bible says, "Go ye into the world and preach." Right. So if you cannot. Why? By the way, why do you think you can't preach the gospel?
You know, some people are unable to preach the gospel.
Why? What? Why?
I could start from disabilities. Disabilities is like one.
Don't give me disabilities. Like
that's
you're
like
a normal human being. You can speak pidgin, whatever. Why do you think you can't preach the gospel?
Because you cannot.
Because you're scared.
You know the fear. Don't you get scared?
Why?
But see, preaching the gospel, right? Preaching the gospel is way more than just saying, dearly beloved, I want to talk to you today about the gospel of Christ.
Yeah, see, there are lots of
like the Bible says, right? Like there's a part of the Bible that says that basically the ultimate form of our soul reach is how we live our lives. Because if you're preaching the gospel, we have to practice what you preach and all that shit.
I know.
If you're preaching the gospel and you're not living, like how you preach,
living the life.
It's basically like hypocrisy and all that shit.
I know. But you still have to talk the word. You have to tell people about Jesus.
At every opportunity you get.
Not like at every opportunity you get, but at least there are people that you can influence. It's not like the traditional way of taking your Bible into the street and then.
That's why I say that every opportunity you get. Imagine I'm me and no. I wouldn't say. I would say at every opportunity you get, because imagine if me and you
now.
So
you're tackling yourself back.
No, I would say it's at every opportunity you get to preach the gospel, if you can, right? If you want to and if you can, right? I wouldn't say, because imagine if me and you now we're talking about football and I just randomly from nowhere just said, bro, I want to talk to you about God.
See, the thing is,
I wouldn't listen
to you. The
thing
is psychology and intelligence. You understand? We
Intelligence for gospel too.
Yes, now we used to do
So
it like.
okay,
We used
thank
to do
you.
it in
Then this
the-
now reemphasizes my point.
Okay.
Right? If you need intelligence, wait,
not in the context of going to school.
that's what I'm saying. You can't even preach the gospel if you didn't go to school.
You
If you cannot,
can.
if you know,
You can.
if you cannot read and write,
Bro,
how do you
there
plan
are
to preach the
churches in
gospel?
the village that preach the gospel. How do they do it?
How many people,
The villagers attend it.
the villagers attend it?
Yes. Your pastor wouldn't go there, but there's a pastor there that is preaching it.
In
So
their language.
how does he preach it? How does he preach the
He's
gospel?
one person. He's just
Huh?
one person preaching to like-minded people that are like him.
There's a message for the gospel. So if he's able to communicate that message to
But me
those
and you did
people-
not come here today to talk about God, bro.
No, that's what you said. Now we can talk about him every way. So
Me and you did not come today to talk about God.
so we're actually talking about why do people give their
You got sidetracked. This guy, you distracted me.
why do people give their perspective?
Their
In as
perspective.
much as
Like
people
I
do
said,
not
I already
care.
told you before now. I already told you before. Even if people do not care, like in the grand scheme, I'm not saying people do not care per se. I'm saying that in the grand scheme of things, right? In relation to the whole universe, people don't into the whole earth. Nobody cares, right?
So
I'm not saying that nobody cares about it per se, because like there's celebrities and obviously people care about their
yeah,
opinions.
views
There's
and-
there's
I feel
everybody has people that have they have like some sort of influence
you. Yeah.
on. So those people care about your what's it called, your perspectives.
Your perspective. I feel you.
But like I said earlier, people share perspective because they can, and sometimes maybe because they have to, like you said.
Most times it's also because they feel they know it. Yeah. Most times they feel like they know it and so they have to give it out. Imagine you having a particular knowledge that might be wrong, but your surrounding and people that are there with you do not know or do not have that information. You understand?
Yeah.
You could give it to them. They would gladly take it. You understand? So no.
So
I've seen people.
so you're saying
I've
basically
seen
what you're
people-
saying. Let me
Yeah.
get this straight. What you're saying is that sometimes people share perspectives out of ignorance.
Exactly. Every day you see it now.
I don't know. I would say that. I
I'm
would
not
say.
saying- I'm not
I would
saying-
say. I would say that. I wouldn't say. Sure. I mean, technically, you are right. So,
Yeah, I wouldn't say
Some people
like
have
they
some-
intentionally do it though, but most times they don't. They just engage. You understand? They just engage, even without knowing what's up or the topic or the context. They just. And if you're talking to a dummy, you understand? The person will have to take
why
it.
you they call person dummy guy?
A person that does not know what you're talking about is a what?
No. I wouldn't call that a dummy.
Is a what?
Person is just oblivious to the whole P. Is
Why?
oblivious necessarily being
Why?
does
Yeah.
being oblivious equates to being a dummy?
If I don't know anything about football,
Yeah,
would you not say I'm a dummy in football?
I would say you're oblivious to football. I don't know. I
That's
don't
a
know.
big-
I don't know. Dummy
that's
is
a big word,
dummy is a
bro.
very very
Who is a
insulting
dummy?
word.
Who is a dummy?
Someone that doesn't know anything. Not
About
no
Now
It-
me, I'm
no,
wiring it down.
You cannot wire an insult. You cannot make insults
Okay,
polite.
what about your parents that calls you an idiot?
My mother has never called me an idiot before.
fine. What about parents that calls them an idiot?
They are insulting their children. You cannot make insults polite,
But it
seem
doesn't
polite.
mean that the child doesn't
Just because
know.
people do it doesn't mean it's okay.
This boy.
Just because people do it doesn't mean it's okay. Now you were the one that just talked about ignorance. Yeah, sharing
Okay,
insults out
that's
of
my
ignorance.
perspective though.
Your perspective is wrong. Fucking change that shit.
That's my
Look
my
at this guy.
perspective.
Your perspective
Okay,
is wrong.
a wise man once said, foolish people talk because they want to say something, while wise people talk because they have something to say. What's your view on that?
Who is the white man that said that first of all?
I think he's one of these boxers. I wouldn't want to call a wrong name, but maybe Muhammad Ali or something.
No, I don't have anything to say about that shit. So.
Foolish people talk because they have something to say. Do wise people talk because they want to say something? They have what to say.
You know, what now is the criteria for being foolish and being wise? Because according to you, from your
Don't say according to me.
from your
I use
definition,
the word.
no, from your
does not
description of dummy, right?
Yeah.
Of dummy.
You lack
A dummy is somebody that doesn't know anything about a
on
particular
that
subject.
particular
So now,
subject. Yeah.
if I'm talking to a professor or a professional in say medicine, right?
Yeah.
according to you now, I'm basically a dummy.
Why you putting
No,
this
no,
in?
it's you now. You talking. Hold up, hold up. So what you're saying now is that I'm a dummy in terms of medicine, right? That's
Yeah,
what that's what you're saying now.
yes now.
Uh-huh.
See, there
Hold
are
up to
other
just
words. There
answer
are
my
other words
question.
that can be synonymous to dummy. You
Dummy is
understand?
an insult, but that's not
It's
the point.
not.
That's
It's
not the
not.
point. I'm not talking about whether it's an insult or not.
Okay.
Now, I'm talking about what you said,
Okay.
how you described the word dummy.
Okay. Okay.
And now, so if being a dummy, right, is being this thing is now is not knowing something about a particular topic, right? Then what is how do you now if I'm talking to a professional in medicine, I'm a dummy and I'm basically foolish towards medicine, right? And then person is smart, so to say, or wise about medicine, and then I'm talking because I have to say something. I'm talking because I have to say something, and they're talking because they have something to say. And then we're now talking about that's why I asked you, how do we now discern between who is wise and who is not wise?
Bro, that's a topic for another day. We will have another episode for that.
You won't go do research, me go. Don't worry now. I'll be here.
No, but people will agree with me that dummy is synonymous. You understand?
To what? To what? What are synonyms?
To
What are? Give me an example of a synonym to the word dummy.
dummy,
Yes.
unintelligent.
That doesn't just sound right, guy. Because have you ever called somebody eh, a dummy and meant it politely?
Yeah.
Even who
Yeah.
who they call dummy they
Yeah.
mean politely?
Yeah.
Who?
It depends on who I'm saying it to.
Because even if it's on some like joke thing, right? Even
Yeah.
if it's on some like joke thing, where like maybe like joking with like a babe or something, like hey, a dummy.
It depends on who I'm saying it to. Actually, oh.
I don't know, but like the word dummy is objectively
Okay,
an
fine.
insult.
If you say that.
Not if I say that, that's
If
what
you-
it is.
if
No,
you
no,
say-
don't,
if
no,
you
that's
say
what I'm
that,
saying.
that's your
No,
perspective,
no, you're
that-
making it. It's not my
No,
perspective.
it's
That's
your
what I'm saying. It's not my
Guy, it's your
perspective.
perspective. Me, I don't see it that way.
Wait, let me Google the word dummy for you.
I don't see it that way. You understand? You see it as an insult. But that's by the way off your phone.
Wait, relax. Wait,
That's-
let me Google the
Okay.
word dummy for you and
Okay.
tell, and so you know that.
Google it, and what if you see that it's not an insult? What if you see it's not an insult? Besides, Google is still people's perspectives.
Oh boy, please take your time.
Yes, now.
How is Google people's perspective? Google is reading the results.
Who
A lot
wrote
of the
the
results.
Oxford Dictionary?
Bro, now professionals. What do you mean by his perspective?
Professionals. Who are the
If so, then
professionals?
every
They are
science
human beings.
book.
Everybody in okay. Let's say we have
This nigga.
professionals. We have 50 professionals in English. You understand? In English language, studying English language, and you, that is a professional, comes and tell me that dummy is this, and I said no, dummy is not this, dummy is this. Which will you take?
I think sorry. What you just
Let me
say it
come
again,
again.
rephrase.
Let's say we have 50 professionals in English studying English language. You understand? And then one person says dummy is this, and then somebody else says dummy is not this, dummy is this. Which will you take?
The professional now.
They are both professionals.
If somebody that is a professional says that dummy is
Yeah.
so and so and somebody another
Yes,
person says
and
dummy is
another professional says it is not. Which professional will you take?
remember is right now.
How do
No.
you know who is
They would
right?
have to. They will not just come and say.
But
They
even
wouldn't
if-
just come and say. They wouldn't just
Even
come
if
and
they
say.
run an hypothesis or they carry out like a scientific approach towards it, it's still people that will agree on what is right or wrong.
I mean, this whole dummy being an insulting.
Let me
Right?
read it.
Let me tell you.
Let me read it.
Let me read it out. Doesn't
me-
matter.
okay.
It's the same thing. Dummy originated in the 17th century, meaning silent or mute. Later, it referred to a mock or a fake person, like a ventriloquist doll.
Okay.
Now, to the question whether it's an insult or not, right? In modern usage, dummy can be one, a playful teasing among friends or family.
Okay.
Might be used to affectionately imply being silly or foolish behavior.
Okay. Fair.
Still an insult.
Not still an insult.
That's an insult.
They said
Silly behavior.
no. Read from the start. There was
My
something
guy now.
used between friends. Now,
Yes,
isn't
that's
it?
what I'm saying now. Even when you use
Why
it
did they have to
playfully,
emphasize on friends?
because it's a lot less insultive than you would be if you were to a stranger. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
This guy, dummy, the word dummy is an insult.
Fine, it's an insult.
No, they try and make it seem like my perspective.
Has your perspective always been subjective when you drop it?
No, sometimes if everything you say, right, okay, to say whether my perspective has been subjective.
Has always been subjective.
My perspective is subjective because it is my perspective, but like not everything I see is subjective,
Like
right? Because not everything I see is my perspective. Some things I say them I don't agree with it, but because it is objectively correct at the moment,
okay,
I still say it.
objectively correct at the moment,
Yeah.
so it can change, right? Basically, that's it too now. That's it. So
Say dummy now. This guy, bro, say dummy na plating. No be
it's a
insult, na synonym for
hey
unintelligent.
dummy, hey dummy.
If somebody calls you hey dummy, slap that person.
If somebody calls me hey dummy, I will first of all read the context. Then I will now know the relationship.
First things
Before,
first. First things first.
yes,
Why the hell would anybody?
because you don't know an obvious thing.
Wait. Why would no? Hey dummy, hey is basically pleasantries. So why would you just see somebody and start with
You're not
hey
just
dummy?
saying, why are you making this thing too difficult? You're not just seeing the person and saying hey dummy. Like, this is something that obviously you're supposed to know. You understand? You're
But
supposed
then the
to
sen-
know.
then if
And
what
then
wait by what from what you're describing,
yeah,
then your sentence is not actually correct. Because what do you mean by hey dummy? Nobody says that. Have you ever said that in your life?
I might have.
You might. Can
I
you
might
remember
have.
ever saying that?
There are many things you can't remember saying too.
My guy, if I say something like hey dummy, I would remember it.
Hey,
I call people
hey
dummy.
crazy.
What the fuck do you mean by hey crazy?
Yes, now
That sounds weird as
there are
hell.
people that might have said it.
Hey crazy.
Hey crazy.
That person is the
Do
dummy that you're
you
talking
know
about.
that people call people monkey?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, is it weird to you? It's not weird to you.
Still an insult, but like it's a lot. No, see, it's still an insult when they call people monkey. Like how,
It's
like
not
how,
monkey. It's
no,
not
no.
monkey. It's hey monkey. There's a stress.
Oh boy, what the fuck do you think is going on here? I've never. Okay, so who? I've not heard anybody that's not a Nigerian or that's not African call somebody else monkey.
You've never heard doesn't mean that.
That's why I said I've never heard. Have you heard anybody that's not Nigerian call somebody monkey?
I've never heard too, but yes,
Hence my point, my guy. At this point,
monkey, and it's endearing.
And in Nigeria, not endearing.
It's endearing.
It is endearing and still yet an insult.
That's because you see it that way.
No. It's just like how people say call each other big heads.
Yeah, do you understand? Now,
listen. When
you're making it obvious, like objectively, it is wrong.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the fact that you say it to a friend, right, and the fact that it is something that you say playfully, right, doesn't mean that it is still not. It's not still an insult.
It's a contextual thing.
It's not a contextual thing.
It's a contextual thing.
You might be even if you're using.
What do you think
word,
about people calling you baby?
What do you think about people calling me baby?
Yeah.
People calling me baby.
Yeah, I'm not specifying now. I'm just saying people.
What do you mean you're not specifying?
Yes,
why is anybody other than women calling me baby?
Okay. If your girl calls you baby, it's nice.
Okay.
If a random stranger
calls you baby, I'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised. Will you answer?
And I know that they're directly talking to me.
Yes, no.
I would answer.
You answer.
I'd be like, I would answer, yes.
Okay.
I would be surprised, but I would answer.
It's a nice word.
Exactly.
You understand?
The word determine itself
nice
is endearing.
Now it has turned out rude.
It did not turn out. How would stranger call you? No. A stranger calling you baby, right? It's not rude. It's just weird. It's just surprising. It's just weird. It's not rude.
Some people see it as rude.
Who says it as rude?
Some people will see it as rude.
People who
don't know you from anywhere and you say, hey baby, hey baby.
I don't know. How is that rude?
Okay, to you now. Speak for yourself.
No.
Speaking objectively and saying.
I'm speaking objectively at this point. For this one is objective.
It's not objective.
I can't just walk up to somebody. Back up.
Somebody can't just. Okay. I feel you.
It might be a bit. See, if you're talking to a stranger, right? Let's say you're trying to.
Okay, in a bus.
And somebody's trying to talk to me, and
or
they're like,
somebody's trying to tap you from the phone. Hey baby, can you?
Hey baby, how do you even talk to people, guy? Because me, I know that.
That's not how I talk. That's not how.
Don't just assume, guy. Why they assume? Assumptions make an ass of you. Why they assume? Which kind of assumption be that?
See, let me tell you. It's perspective.
Okay.
Monkey can be something endearing to somebody. Baby can be something rude to somebody. That's my point.
Back up.
Yeah.
Back up,
Yeah.
guy. That's trash. This you're saying is nonsense. You know what I say?
You
Do you
think
know what
it's-
I say? It's not I
You
think.
think it's nonsense.
Listen, I did not say I think what you're saying is nonsense. I said what you're saying is nonsense. These are there are two different sentences.
Okay.
Do you know why I say it's nonsense? You know why I say what you're saying is nonsense?
Why do you say it's
Now,
nonsense?
first things first, dummy, right? Um and say monkey are two different. They are not even the same. They are two different things.
Huh?
Yes, now. Do you know why I say they are two different things? Because the term monkey,
Is
a
monkey.
monkey is the name of an animal, right?
So would you love to be called a monkey? Or okay, let me make it worse, because we are making this thing look cool. Somebody called you chimpanzee.
I would assume that I'm ugly. If somebody called me a chimpanzee, I would assume that they think I'm
And
ugly,
you know
rather.
you're not ugly, and the person calls you a chimpanzee.
So are
And
you
then,
asking me how I would
and
react
then
to
you now
that?
say, you now ask the person, are you talking to me? And the person say, yes, you chimpanzee.
I go laugh now because I don't be chimpanzee now, bro. No.
You will
First
laugh.
things first. First things first. Nobody has ever called me a chimpanzee in my life, right? And I don't think that's
Neither
ever
have
going
they
to
called
happen.
me
I
too.
don't think that's ever going to happen. But if
Yeah.
that did happen, I would laugh at that. I swear to God.
Some people will not laugh at that. Would you agree with
Because
me?
they are ugly.
Some of them might not be ugly.
Hey, my guy. See.
I don't have to prove my point to you. People knows what I'm saying.
Nobody knows what the
People
fuck you're
will
saying.
understand what I'm saying.
Just because people understand, just because a small group of people understand what you're saying
It's not a
doesn't mean
small
that
group. Why will you say small group?
because you are wrong now, my guy.
You can call.
See, but bottom line of all this, of everything that we've said here,
yeah,
right,
yeah.
is that monkey, okay, no, that is that dummy is an insult.
Dummy is subjective. It's a
Oh,
word.
guy, I just fucking showed you the dictionary here. You're still arguing.
Your dictionary showed you friendly. It's a friendly word. It is a word used between friends. Why will friends use dummy on themselves?
Wait. Now you you're the one that said something about context. Yeah, let me read it out again. That playful teasing, right? Among friends, playful teasing among friends or
Playful teasing.
Listen, let me talk.
Oh,
Finish
bro,
now.
guy.
Among friends or family, dummy might be used affectionately,
Do you get?
implying silly or foolish behavior.
Okay, hold on.
It's like
Hold on.
it's like when you say something, somebody says something stupid, right? And somebody else tells them you don't have sense. You said something stupid, it was still an insult, but then it's not as insulting as it would be if it were not said by somebody that you didn't have like a personal relationship with.
You win.
Of course I win.
You didn't win, but I'm just letting it go. You
Oh
win.
boy,
You win.
I'm telling you dictionary. I'm showing you the fucking dictionary.
Your dictionary is telling you that it is a playful word amongst friends that is used to imply.
Imply
It
what?
is the implication that you're emphasizing on. Not you are not seeing it from the friendliness. You understand? You're not seeing it from the
What the fuck are you
friendliness.
talking about? What are you saying, this guy?
I'm saying what I'm saying.
The friendliness
You know
is what
I'm-
makes it.
you
The
know what I'm-
friendliness is what makes it a lot less insulting. That's what makes the insult casual. It's like how
This is not even how do I say it's not euphemism. This is not a euphemeric statement. This is not me trying to make it mild.
that's what you're trying to do.
This is not me.
That's what
You are saying you are trying to say like I'm trying to make it mild. It's not an insult, it's just an implication.
Implication of what now? Foolish behavior. When somebody
If my friend, so did they tell you that my friend will get angry when I say it to the person?
Wait.
Is the person supposed to
Okay,
get
let
angry
me tell
after
you.
I've said it?
No, I don't think they would be angry
Why?
because you're friends. It's just like how let's take no.
Do you
It's just like
understand?
it's just like how okay. Let's take for instance, right? How I mock you for calling almost every woman that you know in your life mama, right?
Okay.
If you're somebody else I'm still mocking you, right? If somebody else that somebody that I didn't know where it was a random stranger, say me and you were talking about it on the bus in the bus, right? And then somebody said, "Na true, you know get sense, so you know go vex."
A random stranger.
Yeah, that you've never seen in your life.
I'll be angry because
You'd be pissed, right? And you'd be surprised.
because
You'd be pissed.
it's
right?
not coming from my friends.
Exactly. But then when I say it, you're not going to be angry because
Yeah.
there's, it's a lot less insulting for me. Doesn't mean it's not still mockery. We said the exact same thing, but you reacted different because of how much the relationship you had with me and the person.
Your point.
Dummy is an insult.
It's your point.
Jesus Christ.
It's
Guy, why
your-
you dey argue with
It's
dictionary?
your point. It's my perspective. You
Your
can't force me
perspective.
to believing what you want me to believe, bro.
Jesus Christ. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. Would you say baby is an insult?
No, I wouldn't
It's
say
not
it's
an
an insult.
right?
Just because some people, it's just like how, okay, I don't like for women to call me baby, right?
Do you get?
Wait.
You don't like it, but that doesn't make it an insult. Neither does it change the fact that it's still a nice word
an
to
endearing
use.
term.
Do you understand?
This your whole sentence, this your last sentence now.
No.
Just proved my point. Repeat that sentence again.
I'm not repeating anything.
Repeat that sentence again.
I'm not.
You just proved my whole point,
I'm not
guy.
repeating
You just proved my whole
anything,
point. Do you know why I say you proved my whole point? Right? Because what you have been saying since is that terms like the term baby or this thing could change it could change, it depends on who is saying it. And I'm telling you that it's not changing. The meaning of the word could change from whether it's an endearing term or whether it's not an endearing term could change. It depending on who is saying it. And I'm telling you that it does not change. Now, what you said later, when I say that I don't like for women to call me baby. Right? It sounds kind of, it sounds like something my mother would say to my father. That's not the point now. I don't like it for women to say that, right? It does not mean you say that. It does not change the fact that it is an endearing term. Objectively speaking, the word to call somebody baby, right, other than like toddler than the actual meaning of like toddler, right? To call somebody baby is an endearing term, right? But the fact that somebody doesn't like it does not change the fact that it is an endearing term. So as the same way that when I see the term dummy is an insult, whether or not I say it, right, playfully or not. You say fine, like say you just argue with me.
Yeah, I'm just agreeing with you now.
This guy, you need to go and
I'm just agreeing with you now.
You need to change your perspectives.
Next.
There's no next. This is the end of today's episode. There's no next. This is the end of today's episode, my guy.
Learn.
This is the end of today's episode.
Learn. Try to see from people's perspective. Oh God.
Oh boy, you really like this word perspective, though. You think perspective is everything that we do. Everything we do.
Everything that I think something is, it's my perspective.
How?
Yes.
What time of the day is this now?
This is an objective.
What time of the day do you think this is now?
This afternoon.
Is this your perspective?
Objectively, this afternoon. But you can't tell. You can't.
Wait. When you say objectively, this is
yes, now
it's
because
afternoon.
Everybody knows this.
No. You say objective, this is afternoon. As if subjectively could mean something else.
Bro,
can it wait? Let me ask you something. Let me just ask you.
You're putting words
subjectively,
in my mouth.
can it mean something else?
You're putting words in my mouth.
Bottom line of this whole thing.
You're putting words in my mouth. It's like if you say you like unripe plantain.
Taste, you know, and our likes and dislikes are not the same thing as the meaning of words. It's not the same as meaning. Words have meaning for a reason, my guy. Imagine if everybody was just using words according to our perspectives, like you said.
The unripe plantain and the ripe plantain, how does it?
If the matter of unripe plantain this is a very, very wrong analogy, right?
Okay, why?
Unripe plantain and the word dummy or monkey or donkey or baby, like
why
you say.
Why is it different?
It's different because they're not the same thing.
Why? What makes them not the same thing? I thought it now is the name of a person, animal, place, or thing. It encompasses. Is it not the same?
This guy, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with you, this guy?
I'm saying,
No. Back up. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Right? It's not a fair analogy.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Give me a better analogy.
There's no better analogy because you are wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not wrong.
Oh yeah, now if that sleep at night, no wahala. So that's the end of today's episode.
Yeah, that's the end of today.
Everybody now knows that this boy does not have sense.
They will tell you that.
Now insult that they insult you.
They will tell you that you don't have sense.
Who will tell me that you don't have sense?
Is it that they will tell that you don't have sense because you're not looking at it from everybody's perspective? You're not giving.
Not everything. Not apply. Our perspectives don't apply to everything.
Huh?
Our perspectives don't apply to everything.
Is God objective or not objective? God, the subject of God.
The existence of God.
If you can point to the time of the day, that means you can also use God, isn't it? Yes.
You know, why are you using God's perspective?
Yes, because
no, God is not the perspective issue. God is
wait.
Religion and the existence of God, not the perspective thing.
You said something that brought me here.
What was that?
You just keep talking and I'm forgetting what you
Oh,
said.
but you they talk nonsense.
No,
Why you
it's
don't
not
remember what you
talking
talk?
nonsense, bro.
That's the
Ladies and
end of
gentlemen,
today's
that's the
episode.
end of
That's the end of
today's
today's episode.
See you in the next episode
Yeah.
sometime.
What's that one going to be about?
Something else. You will never know until you stick with us.
So basically what he's saying why am I using the word basically excessively? What he's saying is subscribe,
Subscribe to our
like,
YouTube
and
channel.